One of the most important things that my character in my novel understands is that there's a connection between the physical world and the world of story. And one of the tricks of being not only a writer, but when you are using the Beyond Happiness method, which involves writing, to really understand something that you're going through, you're dealing with, you want to in some way express or understand, sometimes it's very useful to find a physical object that you can place near you. And you can use that as a wellspring, because the way you start your practice is that you respond directly to that object, and that then if you are going to use writing for something more specifically creative, like a story in a book or whatever, you can then continue. But if you are using it as a method of self-awareness and an insight, very often you'll find that you write a story like this. So if I were doing the word of the day with the cat as my object, what would have happened was I would have written in my little circle the word cat or his name Spooky, and then I would have thought of books about cats, other cats that I have had, cat food, who knows. But in the course of the story that I would have written, which I actually sort of just wrote because I'm talking to you, was that one of the very, very deep sadnesses of my life was having this little Russian blue kitten who died tragically before he was grown, and ever recovering from that. In other words, every time I clean a cat's litter box, I flash back to that moment where the cat fell in his litter box as if it were just happening. And then, as I was thinking about this and how to describe it, I realized, oh, my current cat is actually the reincarnation, if you like. Obviously, it's not the same cat, but it's the same breed as the one that I lost. And so, on some level, my telling myself that story has eased this ancient wound that I have been carrying for most of my life. Well, not most of my life, but I was about 20. So this is a great way for you to work, and we'll talk more about this. But if you've enjoyed this video and you have a cat, give the cat a hug and write about the cat. Otherwise, come to a webinar, join my Substack, and I will see you in the next video.